Welcome to this episode of the Wellness Leslie podcast.
Welcome
this is
back.
episode 6.
Six, all right.
Usually we film these not very far in advance.
Yeah.
But we're actually filming this one
Super
almost
far
a week in advance.
Yeah.
Because me and Mel are both going to be gone, and so we figured that would be no fun.
But also, we have our lovely
I know.
co-star, Logan, back.
Logan.
And he didn't want to miss another episode
It's
for
only
you
been
guys.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I know, but it feels like forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
How was your trip? Tell us all about your trip,
It was
please.
very relaxing.
Oh, that's good.
We had to spend the night in Houston's hotel at the airport
Oh, yeah, why?
because they have one flight in and out of Roatan.
Really?
One flight in, one flight out.
That's it?
Actually.
Oh, gosh. All, like the whole day?
The whole day.
Holy crap.
You get like 1 or 2 flights.
So tell us, where did you go? How long were you there?
So we
give
went
us the
to
saga.
went to Roatan,
Okay.
which is an island off the Honduras.
Okay.
This tiny little island. We left 2 Sundays ago,
Yeah, something like that.
and came back just 2 days ago.
What did you do while you were there?
So, okay, let me try and figure this out.
I know, I feel like we're grilling you for details right now.
So we met up with Libby, who was our tour guide kind of guy.
Yeah.
He picked us up from the airport. Immediately there's traffic. So we hit the grocery store, then hit our beach house. We rented this really nice beach house. I think it was $200 a night,
Oh, dang.
and we stayed there for 7 days.
That's actually
Damn.
not too bad.
That's
so
not
what,
too bad.
$1,400 a night.
$1,400 for
so
a week?
$1,400.
Yeah,
for
that's
a
not
week.
bad at all.
That's not bad. Because, dude, a hotel would be, I feel like, way more
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
We got our own dock.
Oh, wow,
That's
really?
cool.
Did you get any
So-
equipment with that dog? Like toys?
We got fins, and that was it.
Oh.
So
Like
you guys
snorkel
were
fins.
literally right on the beach.
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow, that's
wow.
awesome.
Nice.
dude.
The pictures were pretty.
I haven't seen the pictures.
yeah. I put pictures, like 2 pictures of on my story of
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll look at
the
them, I'll
view
look at
from
them.
the deck.
Yeah, from the deck. Oh my god, it was so pretty. I thought you were going like somewhere in Mexico, like
Well, the Honduras is an island off Mexico,
off
so
Mexico.
it's really close.
Oh, okay, okay.
So my
That's
dad
cool.
didn't have to go to Mexico, which is good. We,
He's like banned from the country of Mexico.
we didn't do much for the first few days. Then we went scuba diving.
Oh, dang, that's
That's
cool.
so
Lucky.
My dad's both my parents are certified.
Oh,
wow.
really? That's cool.
I want to get scuba certified and skydiving certified.
I want to get scuba certified so bad.
Yeah.
When I was looking into majoring in marine biology, that was a big thing. They were
Yeah,
like, you
yeah.
don't have to be scuba certified.
But it really helps.
Well, there was like a huge list of like certifications where it was like, you don't have to do any of these, but you should have all of these because it was like, you'll get a job.
They're not
1,000
mandatory, but they're recommended.
Basically,
Yeah,
yeah.
highly.
But like, if you don't have them, you're not going to get a job. Like, basically all of them were,
You don't need
know.
them, but you're not going to be.
you're not going to get hired.
Yeah,
for
you're
them.
not going to get hired. You're not going to
Um,
be considered.
Yeah, that was a big recommendation was scuba.
Yeah, our scuba instructor, we were supposed to go like max 40 feet,
Yeah.
but my dad, being the dude he is, went 60 feet.
Oh, yeah.
So we all instinctively followed him to 60 feet. So the instructor looked back at us and we were all at 60 feet and he was at 40 feet. He's like, get up.
Y'all pissed off. Yeah.
He got chewed out 40 feet underwater. And then the day after that was more relaxing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of relaxing.
Just
Hey, that's
just
good.
Decompressing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's awesome.
Considering there was 80% humidity.
Oh
Ooh.
my
Wow.
gosh, that's insane.
I think Florida was like 70.
Damn.
Yeah, Florida in the past couple months has not been that humid. Like it's a lot of days this spring, we were more humid than Florida.
Just
Really?
crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Freaking Florida.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not very humid in California.
I know,
I don't think there's like any.
but there's a couple days recently where it was super humid.
No, not just that, but also hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot.
Dude, it has been killer the past
It's-
couple days.
I think New
No,
York has
it-
been
it-
100 like twice.
No,
Holy
it hasn't reached 100. We haven't hit 90s yet.
No, in
They're
New
talking
York.
about New York.
Oh, New York.
My
oh,
mom,
sorry.
yeah.
We haven't even hit the 90s?
Yeah, we
Swear
haven't.
hit
No,
the
not yet.
90s at some point.
No,
Yeah.
we have close. We had like 87 or something like that.
That's it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like 90.
Dude, it feels like 90.
Oh yeah,
Really?
If
definitely.
it feels like 90, it's fucking 90.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Mm.
Was it?
No, you know what I love doing when it's hot though is I'll be at work and I'll be like, okay, go outside and go get all the shopping carts, and I'll be like, God damn it! So I'll go outside in the heat, get the shopping carts. I'll walk back in and make sure nobody sees me. I'll walk all the way to the back and literally I'll open the ice freezer and I will just sit in the ice freezer for like 5 minutes and just totally like chill out. It's awesome. But then I'm so scared of getting caught and someone just being like, what the hell are you doing in here? Or go in the milk freezer. But then I'm scared somebody's going to see me while they're grabbing the milk and like call my boss and be like, hey, there's some rando in the milk freezer.
Well, as long as you're wearing like an apron.
But
You gotta sit behind the milk cartons with a water gun.
dude, I want to do that so bad. I pitched the idea to my boss. I was like, what if I wear a GoPro on my chest during work and I can just post on TikTok? Because I was like, there's so many channels that do that. And he was like, immediately, he was like, no. I was like, why? He was like, because if we do something wrong and the union sees it, we're screwed. And I was like, oh, good point.
The stuff you don't see.
Yeah. The stuff, well, even the stuff that I see and that I just, ignore.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You're just giggling over there.
I'm just giggling to myself. I'm in a very good mood.
That's good. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Real.
To be fair, both of us woke up like less than an hour ago. We both woke up at like 10:45.
I'm still jet lagged.
We just woke up
bro.
2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Oh, you're jet
I'm
lagged.
jet lagged.
Oh, I'm sure. What was the
About-
time
It
difference?
was only an hour
What?
ahead.
How many
Oh,
days?
that's not too bad.
But Houston is
Yes.
2 hours.
Oh, that's
No, I'm not.
weird.
No.
So we went to
I'm
bed
not
at
talking
like
about that one.
9:45 before flying home.
I'll say something else.
So when I was going to bed last night, it was around 7:45.
About PM?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
By the time
that's
I was going to
early.
bed in Houston.
Damn.
Well, I went to bed last night at just about midnight, maybe like 15 past,
Light work.
We went
which
to
is
bed at
the
12, right?
earlier. Yeah.
Went to bed
That's
at
the earliest I've gone to bed in several weeks. Like I've been going to bed.
Jesus
Are
Christ.
you good?
Okay,
A
what
fly
was
just
that?
flew into my eye.
Oh.
What the fuck?
12. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, be like us. Be cool.
Yeah, come
I
on.
just got jumped by a fly
Where's your sunglasses?
in my car.
Oh, buddy.
I don't want your pitties.
Yeah, what do you have against pitties?
Okay, first of all, let's not call them pitties. That sounds stupid.
No.
Calling pit vipers pitties sounds lame.
They
as.
just flew from behind the camera.
Oh yeah, if the guy,
No.
if the people, I don't know if there's anyone running,
I don't-
but
yeah.
Rogue
the
pitties.
our producer back
joined
behind
us
the
again.
yeah, he
I
joined
don't
us
know.
again.
I mean, that's I
You're
guess
not
you're
getting
not
paid for this.
officially you're our producer, but you're like spiritually our producer. you
yeah,
know?
our spiritual
don't get the
producer
cut of the
Nolan
profit.
Yeah.
is behind the camera right now.
Yeah, he was here last episode too,
Yeah,
shouting out random things.
yeah.
But shout out to him for joining us 2 episodes in a row. I don't know what I was gonna say.
I don't.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say.
Fucking ground.
Yeah, I know you're sitting on the ground like a loser because you forgot to bring your chair.
We had no more
Um,
chairs,
I know we had no more chairs. I could have probably brought one.
buddy.
It's okay. I didn't even think about it. No, I'm happy though. I recently ordered some Magic the Gathering cards on cardkingdom.com. You should sponsor us, by the way. But I recently bought some cards and I thought they weren't gonna be here for like a couple more days, and they came on like Tuesday, and I was so hyped. I was like yes, I can build this deck. So I built this deck. I thought it really wasn't gonna be that good, and then me and Mel played and I kicked her ass so
I didn't even have a
hard.
chance.
Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
You know how to play?
Me and her have
Yes,
been playing
I-
for a while.
What?
I want to
know.
row.
Fuck you.
I want to row both Jacob and you in
It's so
because I think
fun.
you'd
Oh,
enjoy
Magic the
it.
Gathering?
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy it. I like it.
I don't know.
I've never really gotten into like card games like that.
Yeah, same.
I don't know really why I got into it. I think I got into it because I just started watching some YouTube, and then last year when we had our teacher, Mr. Castillo,
Oh, yeah.
he would play it, and so I'd play it with him, and I just got really into it. It was really fun. I
You know,
enjoyed
you
it.
got to learn is Yu-Gi-Oh.
No.
Oh God.
no.
My dad knows how to play. It's crazy.
I don't think I've ever met someone who knows how to play Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon.
My dad knows how to play.
Pokemon,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I know how to play only because me and my brother used to play it, like when we were really young. And then he got mad at me one time because I was beating him, and he was like, "That's not in the rules." And I was like, "Actually, the rule says this," and I was right. And he like threw his cards down and stopped playing with me. Like literally, we've never played since.
Damn.
It's just like that one time.
Yeah. To be fair, my magic deck needs to be better.
Yeah.
Compared to his is 10 times more powerful than
Yeah,
mine.
it does.
Get
Well-
better, Mel.
Hers is what's called a group hug deck, meaning like,
That sounds like a deck Mel would have.
Yeah.
we play a version of the game called Commander, where the deck is 99 cards, and then you have your 100th card as your commander card. And your commander's like this special character that you bring in kind of all the time, and your whole deck centers around that one card. And so and you play the game with 4 people. So it's supposed to be like a big group thing.
Yeah.
And Mel's deck is called Group Hug because it's really good for 4-person games, because the whole point of it is like, oh, I'm gonna be friends with everybody, and then when you beat the shit out of each other,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
gosh.
swoop in and kill you all.
That sounds like Mel.
But then the problem is because we've just been playing us two, she kind of gets her butt kicked because her deck is not very.
It's not very powerful.
It's not really made for.
Yeah.
1v1.
And to be
1v1
fair, he
against
picks cards that will kill me, and I'll have 40 life, and he'll have a card that kills me for 32.
To be fair,
crazy.
to be
It's
fair,
crazy.
to be fair, would you rather me let you win?
No,
or would you
I
rather,
don't.
yeah.
No, I
Because there's
don't.
a couple times where I've been like, maybe I shouldn't
No,
attack
I
with
don't
this
want the
card,
pity.
and she'll stay alive for an extra round. But then at the same time, then I'm like, but that's lame.
That
Because then
is
it's like
lame.
I feel like it's not honorable.
No, I'd rather die than beat.
Let her win enough times to where she gets cocky and then beat her ass.
And then just
That's
sweep the game.
Manipulation is crazy.
There's a couple times where she's like honestly beat my butt.
I've gotten close, but then he
You
cut
beat me a couple times.
Once or twice.
once.
No, but the newest deck I made, literally it's all squirrels. It's all squirrels except for one card. I call it Oops All Squirrels, and I told that to my manager, and he was like, I guess it's pretty nutty. And then like I just facepalmed so hard. I was like, ugh, gross.
It's a dad joke.
Yeah. But it's cool. I like it. I think you two would enjoy it.
It's fun.
I think first we got to teach you how to play D&D.
But D&D, you need to learn it by playing it.
Yeah. It is
It's a-
definitely one of those games.
Yeah.
Magic.
Magic, it's same thing. You're playing, and then you realize, oh, this is what this does.
Yeah.
And this.
Yeah, I was explaining to Jacob last night about how you and me disagree about guns and D&D.
Yes. We do that.
We do that often.
So
You would be a cowboy, a wizard.
I
that's a
want to
cowboy.
be
I was thinking
You
like
definitely
tactical
do.
wizard, like nods.
What's
not.
that?
Night vision.
Night vision.
just get
Oh,
dark
right.
vision.
Okay, well.
So, you want to be a wizard? That's cool.
Real.
I could see you. I was either gonna say I could see him being like a ranger because like he has a bow and arrow, he's just shooting guys, or I could see you being like a barbarian and just like beating
You
the
can
crap out
play
of
a
everybody.
tactical wizard. It does exist. It's called a blade singer.
We'll talk more about it later,
Okay,
so you can
okay.
actually like
Okay.
learn it.
Yeah.
Because there's like I'm gonna play a class called an Echo Knight Fighter, and so basically my guy is just like a knight. He has a sword and a shield, and he's gonna hit people. But then he can create this like basically like clone of himself, like anywhere on the battlefield, and just like totally fuck with people. It's pretty cool. And then
Once you get a higher level, you can make 2.
that is true. You can make 2, and you can like switch places with them. It's pretty cool.
I'm getting beat by knees.
I was gonna either play that or there's this really cool class called Monk of the the Astral Self.
Oh, the astral self.
Astral
monk.
Self. So basically, it's this monk that creates like a glowing like astral body of itself and just beats the crap out of dudes. But I thought that Echo Knight.
There's a monk subclass called the Long Death Monk.
Oh yeah, what is that one?
But and the cool thing is, if your modifier, what's the main modifier for a monk? Dexterity, wisdom.
I think it's Dex.
It was either Dex or Wisdom, but if you drop underneath 0 hit points, you can bring yourself back to 1 hit point.
Oh, that's cool.
As many times as your Wisdom modifier.
Oh dang, that's pretty powerful.
So if you have like a 20, you can do it 5 times.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's really good.
I was talking to my dad about that. He's like, well, if you come back to life, I'm just going to hit you and you're going to die again. Just over and over again.
But maybe he'll miss the thing. I was gonna play a monk of the Astral Self, but then I realized you were gonna play a monk as well.
I have a sorcerer too.
I was like, well, but you already said monk. I was like, I don't want to, dig on. I don't want to rip your style. So I was like, I'll play a
Yeah,
acolyte.
I have a fire genasi monk, and then I made a Arakocra sorcerer.
That's cool. I'm doing my tabaxi. I think my biggest thing, the reason I played like basic races for the longest time, was because I couldn't. When I'm making a character, I like to make them in Hero Forge, and if I can't make them in Hero Forge, I just like can't picture myself playing them. And I finally was able to make a tabaxi mini that I was satisfied with.
Was that the cheetah
Furry
one?
That's a
Campaign.
cheetah one, yeah.
That one's cool.
Yeah.
Furry campaign.
No, die.
We all have to be animal-based races.
I would rather shoot myself.
There's
What?
a lot of them.
There's a lot of different races.
There's a hippo race.
There is a hippo race.
What?
It's really
That's so
cool.
cool.
And they're proficient with firearms.
Actually,
They are.
I
And
might be
he
a
still
hippo.
disagrees.
In modern edition, yeah.
No, when they came out with Spelljammers,
In Spelljammers, yeah, fucking space with giant fucking hamsters.
hey, I think you should stop with the F-bombs, buddy. We're
Yeah.
trying to get
It's
monetized.
been 2
here.
weeks.
I know, you gotta let loose. I think it's funny though that in that module Spelljammers, they said he was proficient with firearms, and then they didn't provide any new firearm stat blocks. I thought that was so funny.
He's proficient, but we don't have any. So.
I thought that was so lame. I was like, are you kidding me? Because I remember buying Spelljammers, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. There's a lot though. There's like a bunny race. There's a cat race. There's a bird race. There's a turtle race. There's a hippo race. There's a giant hamster race.
And we'll
There's a
go
lot.
over all this once we get back to Gianni's.
Because you could also, like, don't pick the one that you genuinely think is the coolest.
I kind
That's-
of want to make a character just to make a character.
I know that's kind of a.
It's so fun.
It is just fun to make a character sometimes. D&D is one of those games where like I wish it was easier to just play.
Yeah.
It feels so hard to actually just play. I feel like there's like so much, and don't get me wrong, I think good prep makes a good campaign, but it's also like sometimes I just want to pick it up and play, but it's like I can't. Like I don't have, none of my friends are around, or like this or this or this. So it's a little bit of a bummer, but it's fun.
It's so fun.
Did I tell you my mom got humped by a tiny monkey when we were at Rotan? And pissed on by the same monkey.
Oh,
Okay, what's that about?
So when we went to a zipline place, it was like dumping rain.
Yeah.
So we stopped into this animal sanctuary. It's not really a zoo because it was really tiny.
Yeah.
And there's this monkey there's one really young monkey that he let us into the cage with.
oh.
He's like, yeah, you can hold it. He'll jump on you and all that stuff. So he was very attached to my mom. So he'd just sit on my mom's back and then ended up pissing on her.
Oh,
And then he
That's
sat there for longer and then started humping her.
damn.
that's a
My
bummer.
territory.
Yeah, and my dad's like, sorry, she's taken.
How was
She's
your mom
married.
during all of this? Was she like pissed off?
She was laughing, but when you got out, she could tell she was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean, like
yeah.
all these, it's like the equivalent of having like a dog pee on you. It's like, oh, I don't want that. I don't like that.
Yeah, and then got to hold parrots
Oh, that's cool.
and wild guinea pigs.
Oh, whoa, that's cool.
I didn't even know those existed.
Yeah, wild.
I know wild
guinea
guinea pigs. I feel like guinea pigs are the most like guinea pigs and hamsters. I feel like are the most like frail.
Domesticated.
Domesticated. I think are probably very frail and like. I feel like they die all the time. Like, I don't think I've ever heard of a hamster dying in a peaceful way. It's always like, yeah, he got caught in a vacuum and died, or like, yeah, he got crushed to
My
death by
dog
the couch.
found him before we did.
Yeah, it's never like he went peacefully in his sleep of old age. It's always
my
like,
friends in New York, my friend's guinea pig died in its sleep.
somebody sneezed and scared him to death. And it's like, what? Or there's this one video of this hamster and was crawling up the cage, and he ends up hanging himself on accident. And the woman who's filming goes, "Oh my God, Richard, he's hanging himself, Richard, come help!" And so instead of getting up off the phone and helping the hamster, she's calling for her husband in another room to come rush over and do it. And
As she keeps on filming?
As she keeps on filming
Bro.
the whole thing.
Does
It's
it
like
die?
No, I think it ends up living, which is crazy.
They don't have a neck.
They don't. They really don't.
Oh my god.
But like the way it had caught itself, like It was messed
I
up.
want to. Guinea pigs, they're a little gross. Because
How?
they poop all the time. It's kind of like rabbits. But
But
hamsters,
are
they're
like
so
the same,
tiny.
But hamsters are the same
But they're
way, though.
tinier and it's less of a mess.
That's true.
Hamster is just a ball of fur that they shove 2 eyes on.
They're just a
Yeah.
ball of fur. It's so adorable.
It's the equivalent of getting like a pipe cleaner, like sticking two googly eyes on it.
I want a snake.
Getting a snake would
want a
be
snake.
honestly
I want
kind
a
of cool.
snake. A white snake with red eyes.
But I feel like I would feel bad for the snake.
Yeah.
How?
I feel like I'd feel bad for the snake because I feel like a snake's one of those animals. Same thing with like an Asian water monitor or something, where it's like, dude, you need to be out in the wild. Like this house in
But a tiny
rural
snake?
Chicago is not like this. Shouldn't
Yeah,
this
you
is
need
not
like
for
a
you.
big
Yeah.
That's
terrarium
always what
for
I've
it.
thought. I've always felt bad for animals that are really big and then they have like kind of small enclosures.
Yeah.
Like there's this one channel on YouTube, I forget what it's called, but this guy must have like, it's this 2 big wall tanks that are like, I want to say like 10 feet tall.
God damn.
And like when I say big, I mean they're probably like 20 foot wide.
What the?
And like he has like all this greenery and
Yeah,
natural
yeah.
plants, and like he grows plants in it, and he has like a natural waterfall in it, like that he hooked
Oh,
up.
yeah, that's pretty
And
cool.
then he has 2
Yeah.
on either side of the house, and then above there's a tunnel above on the ceiling that hangs down so animals could crawl up in between
Oh,
each
okay.
enclosure. It's so sick.
What
And-
reptiles or animals does he keep in there?
He does actually, I want to say like different insect colonies.
Oh.
So on one part he has like an ant colony, and then he releases like other insects over here. And I want to say he does like some bigger animals
doesn't he have
too.
a big snake? A snake?
Maybe.
I thought.
don't know.
I thought maybe I saw a
But
video. where he had a
it's
snake.
awesome because like to me, if I'm gonna own an animal that's gonna be in an enclosure his whole life, I at least want it to have a huge enclosure because like I feel like that's just the respectful thing to do for the animal.
Well, that's why I want a small snake. Like there's these snakes that are like the size of my hand.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
corn snakes.
Yeah, they're
Really?
so cute. And so you don't really need a big ass enclosure. You just need a good size where they can roam around, and
I've heard they get long though.
they probably do,
Like
but they
they're
don't
still
get
thin,
humo-
but they're long.
But they're long, which is fine. I mean,
Oh, that's
for
like
me,
the-
it's when it's big.
yeah. I just feel bad.
Thick.
But sorry I cut you off.
No, it's okay.
What do you
I said thick.
think? I always feel
Slim
bad for those people who get roped into buying like the mini potbelly pigs, and then it's like that actually isn't a real thing, and you just bought a real pig, and then it grows, and they're like, I don't know what to do, because like one,
Those are
that
adorable.
sucks for the animal. Two, it's like you got conned,
You're baited.
you got baited, yeah. So that sucks for you, but
Well, I mean, at that stage, they are a mini,
yeah.
but
And they're mini till they're not.
until they're,
They're
not.
mini till they're like 800 pounds and they're gonna eat you, and it's like I don't want that to happen.
Pigs?
I'm gonna
No,
eat
pigs
them
don't
first.
get eaten.
Oh, they do.
Pigs
Pigs
are
get massive.
pigs
Oh,
are
pigs get
gross
hu-
too. Not
They-
800 pounds
They
massive.
are
but-
adorable.
Our
I love
wild
pigs.
boars can get like the size of like hell, a fucking Harley.
Wow.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah.
Not a Harley Davidson.
No.
motorcycle.
Yeah.
Can we get a fact check on this, producer?
I think a warthog could.
No. How big can a wild hog?
get?
Wild boar.
Well, yeah.
Are you talking about long or just size in general?
They can get fucking massive. It's rare,
Hey,
but they're
hey,
massive.
Can we watch the F bombs? That's like number
Sorry.
5 or 6.
Not for me. That's
Yeah,
number
Jacob.
2.
I'm just saying in general.
500 pounds.
Up to
No,
500
yeah.
Size of a
pounds.
Harley.
Did
Yeah.
it say that?
Based on this guy that's average height
Yeah.
and it being longer than he is tall.
Yeah. They can get massive.
That's crazy.
It was
Imagine.
Like, it was like looking at a Miata.
Holy crap.
Okay, but here's the thing. Also, those
Oh,
things.
those are so cute though. Look how cute they are. So cool.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they could. Those big ones could eat you. They could kill
Dude,
you.
but I'm just saying, like, imagine being a primitive human and seeing a 500-pound freaking like ball with like stubs on the bottom with huge horns run at you, or like tusks.
Sausage
That's what I
tusks, rather.
imagine,
Can I
like
see?
seeing a ground sloth and be like.
What is a ground sloth?
So basically, it's like an ice age sloth.
What?
Oh, so they're probably
The ground sloth?
massive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're these massive ass sloths.
Jeez.
But don't sloths like do nothing? They just like sleep all the time.
But
and
that's
hang
because
on
their
trees?
diet.
So did you know
Yeah,
that
they die.
they
Yeah.
only eat eucalyptus leaves and
Isn't eucalyptus poisonous to
no,
everything else? besides
no,
sloths?
but,
Koalas
or
eat
maybe,
eucalyptus.
but like, or no, it's koalas. Sorry, it's koalas.
Koalas, that's what it is.
They all they eat is eucalyptus leaves, except the eucalyptus like emits off in their system like a drug chemical, natural drug chemical. So it's because all they
Is like a relaxant.
yeah. So they're always high basically.
Melatonin for us.
That's
crazy.
kind of awesome though.
They're always high.
Like,
Is that why they're always so mean? I always
They
see
look high.
people
they
are trying
look
to
high.
pet them and they're just like,
They
dude,
also do
koalas.
chlamydia.
oh yeah. They do.
Koalas freak out.
They're cute, but they're oh my god, they're scary as fuck.
Yeah, I just found out that
Sorry.
there's a coffee made with an animal's poo.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know most
fuck?
coffee is made with animal's poo, right?
Well, no, like they feed it to the animal. They feed
Oh, yeah,
coffee
yeah.
beans to
Yeah.
the
And
animal.
And then it poops it
they
out.
poo it out
yeah.
and then they make coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently it's like the best coffee in the world.
It's the most expensive coffee in the world.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, because it's apparently just so rich and good. Oh,
I got hit in that.
I don't know if I'd pay that much for poo coffee.
Yeah, I was
No.
about to say.
How
poo.
much is it? Like per cup? Can we get a
Poo
can we get a
coffee.
check on
Do
that?
we want to get a fact check
What,
here?
what's it called?
Get off your phone.
Poop coffee?
Get off. Let me see.
Oh my god, like
I don't
100.
care if it's a girl. Get off your
$100.
phone.
$300.
$300.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Between $20 and $100 per cup.
$20 and $100 per cup.
That's
oh my gosh.
Which
crazy.
a cup is
Like 8 ounces.
Of Kopi Luwak.
Kopi Luwak. Oh, is that coffee that they talk about in that Morgan Freeman movie?
They talk about it in the bucket list.
Maybe that's the movie that I'm thinking. With Morgan Freeman, right?
Um,
Well, I'm not
Yes.
surprised because there's coffee that's like made out of mud.
they'll
It's
make
like the
coffee
mud
out of
coffee.
anything.
They'll make coffee out of anything.
Oh, I feel like coffee's made out of basically anything that they can get their hands on. Oh yeah. So I heard that we're gonna go play a game called Point and Shoot from Jacob.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the viewers know, but from my understanding, I'll give a quick rundown, and you guys can correct me.
Okay.
So Point and Shoot's a game where you have a
Take
couple
his phone
friends.
number or
One of the
Instagram.
friends points out a girl, and then one of the other guys has to go shoot their shot. But that's cool. That's good. I think there should be a punishment. If you cannot get the
No.
girl, I feel
Well,
like
the
there should-
punishment is that you failed.
No, but I feel like the
The
punishment,
punishment
should
is
be like.
embarrassment.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like the punishment should be like, okay, now you have to go up to another random girl and like,
That's-
in practical Joker style, like say something stupid. I'm gonna have a sip of your drink. I'm like, sorry.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I feel like that's honestly kind of rude.
Are you going
them.
mostly to watch, or are you actually gonna participate?
I'm going to watch because I think it'd be funny to see you guys fail to get girls.
well, I'm not
But
doing it.
I'm not
There's
doing it.
there's also
I have to
been-
have at least
I'm
one other
talking
guy
to
doing
somebody. I'm not
it.
doing
He's
it.
talking to someone. He's loving a single life. You have to do
That
at least
snap
one.
is crazy.
The T one, the T one,
No,
the T one.
No.
Oh,
There was
what's the hot guy?
What? Nothing. I wish, but no.
It's just the talking stage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer.
do we know that?
See,
I'm not name
Have you
dropping.
guys hung out yet?
Yeah, we know. He said that
Literally
last night, bud.
yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I feel like you
Yes.
guys.
Wait, was it yesterday?
Yes, it was yesterday when we hung out twice.
You met her when I was at football.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, so you
This
guys met at
guy.
school?
No, she goes to Branham.
Oh.
Oh,
Our producer just went, So I think that the misconception is that because I've been in a relationship for almost 3 years, you think I can't get a
Oh,
girl.
I am willing. I
You're
will.
rusty.
I'm
Okay,
a little,
I don't
I'm a
like
little
the-
offended.
Except he's just not. He's
I
just
don't
gonna
like
go
the
to
I
that.
can't get a girl. You're not trying to get a
No,
girl.
I'm not trying, but I just think it's funny that they doubt. My,
I think you've been out of the game for so
You're okay
long.
with this?
I think it's
Yeah,
less.
I've been out of the game.
I want to preface it like this. It's not about getting a girl because
trying to
even
fight
if they
for
gave
you.
me their number or their Instagram,
You're
I
not
would
gonna do
block
anything.
them or I'd
Say no.
or I'd just ghost them or whatever.
Oh,
I do the
okay, that's-
respectful thing.
yeah. Just
say
I'd,
no.
I'd probably just do the respectful thing and be like, I have a girlfriend. This is for a game, and I'd be like, you've been pranked. You've been pranked. point out all the secret cameras.
Eh.
But I think it's more about like a sense of pride in myself. Like, no, I could do
You
that.
just still want to prove to yourself that you can still.
I think it's. I think
You
it's
still
not
have
even,
that dog in
it's
you.
not even about proving to me. It's about proving to you that I'm just an absolute goat.
All right, well, let's prove that.
I think it's like I have to do it for well, I think one just for the culture of doing it.
Yeah.
I think two just to prove to myself that I can do it.
Okay.
Um,
I have the timer going.
I think I think I can do it.
Well, because usually
And again,
45
I know that you're
but I have to
concerned,
check.
but I don't think you have reason to be concerned.
No, I trust you. I just don't like the whole concept of it, you know.
That's
She's silently upset.
she's gonna like go. She's gonna ghost me.
On camera.
Yeah, I'm fine.
As soon as we turn the
Can't-
camera
I
off, she's
can't-
gonna beat me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. No, I think even if a girl is like, "Oh my gosh, let me give you my Snapchat," I would be like, "I don't have Snapchat."
You
And she's
don't
like,
have-
Well, what if but on my Instagram? I'm like, "I don't have Instagram." I'll just lie. What about phone number? Oh, I actually don't have a phone. That's crazy.
Pull the hunter.
What?
I'm sorry,
piece
like
of
I don't get
paper.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I actually
she's
don't have
that
LTE,
desperate.
so you have to share your hotspot. with me. Oh, I can do that actually, and just throw the phone. My phone's broken right now.
Actually,
No, I'd honestly
My
just do
phone's
the respectful thing and be like, I'm so sorry, this is for a game. I just needed to prove to my friends that I'm still the absolute GOAT. Like, you've been pranked. There's a camera there, there's a camera there. That baby is a camera. That plant is a camera.
that bird outside, yeah, it was a drone.
Isn't that, what was that Disney show that they did for like 2 seasons? Like, Pranked or Walk the Prank?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
That show was actually really good. I remember that one episode where they pranked people and said that the aliens had landed, and they did like a whole... It was actually interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Well, when you have the Disney budget on your
Oh,
side.
yeah.
That's like the What Would You Do show. Have you seen
No.
that?
No, what is that?
So it's where they arrange like a setup
I actually know exactly what show
of
you're
like a
talking
really
about.
bad situation
I
and
remem-
see what public does.
I remember one of those episodes.
Not pranked. It's called What Would You Do?
I remember the episode where they're going in like the donut shop and there's a mom with her 2 daughters like for the camera. And the one daughter's like, "Can I get a donut?" And the mom's like, "No, you're big and you need to slim down." And
yeah,
like
yeah.
one of the other people that's there is like, "You know, lady, she's just a kid. You shouldn't be so hard on her. It's natural if they're a little bigger. They're kids." Like, and she's like, "You know what?" And he buys an extra donut and gives it to the girl. And then the guy walks in. He's like, "You know, I'm so and so with, you know, what would you do?" And it's that's always been like
Catch a
a
predator.
nice show. I feel like.
There's actually this. I was on YouTube and there's this one where they catch like predators and there's a famous guy on it, Jimmy something. I don't
Dude,
know.
well, there was that guy that was going around beating up predators. What was it like? His name was like Vitaly or something like that. But he went to go. He did it in America, where literally he'd like lure predators in, beat the shit out of them, and then the police would come and arrest them, and the police wouldn't care because like obviously they're
It's a predator.
Yeah, like,
I support this.
yeah. But then he went to the Philippines and tried to do. I don't know the whole story, so I'm not gonna say 100% like I know what happened. Our producer's gonna pull up another alleged story, but allegedly he went to the Philippines, tried to do the same thing, beat somebody up, but per Philippine like law or something,
Yeah.
it just like the fact that he beat somebody up. So
Oh,
he went
that-
to,
you
he's
wouldn't
in.
check that before
I
going.
think he's in prison in the Philippines.
Oh my god. You have to, yeah, you can't just randomly
He
beat
is?
people up. Even
He
So what was the
arrested and
official-
detained by Philippine authorities for
Okay.
harassing locals on camera, snatching a security guard's cap, allegedly
Oh.
stealing items, and filming people without their consent.
Oh,
What
so
the
he
fuck?
actually didn't. I was wrong. So
That's
he's
crazy.
just
He
like,
just went off the
he
deep end.
just went to be a public nuisance
All right.
Ugh.
and got. How long is he in prison for? Does it say?
Life.
Isn't filming in public legal though?
No, it
They-
said filming people without their consent.
Yeah, with
Well, if you're in a public space, I think here, if you're in a public space,
Yes.
you basically
Yeah.
consent to being filmed.
Yeah,
But
like
like,
at the park, like we.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but like I was saying, basically he kind of did the same thing. He would have like girls that were like 15 would
Yeah.
would would be
are you
on.
talking about the actual show?
Yes, it's an actual show.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
I
with
believe-
with Chris Hansen.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what
How to
it
Catch a
is.
Predator.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a huge show.
Yeah, and I thought it was crazy because it would be like a
Facing
girl.
up to 24 years,
24
What?
years in
Jesus.
prison.
but he just posted bail. Like,
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
they just posted
Bro, there's
bail.
a football player who killed
Oh.
a lady and her dog driving like 120 miles an hour in Vegas.
Oh my god.
And he has a chance to get out of jail like this year after 3 years.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god, that's horrible.
Dude, I think it's so funny when these football players, like, it's their first season, they're making a ton of money, they're supporting their family, and they go do some heinous crime. And it's like, what are you doing?
Okay,
It's
but
like-
can I finish?
Sorry,
my-
sorry.
My bad. No, it's okay.
You keep getting cut
No.
off, I apologize.
No, but basically, she was like 15, and this guy texted her, and he was like, "Hi, like, you're really pretty," and she was like, "Oh, thank you," and she's like, "I'm 15 though," and he's like, "Oh, that's okay." And I was
That's
like,
insane.
I'm
"That's insane."
30.
Anyway, he goes up to her house with Starbucks and stuff, and she's like 15, and he's like 22,
Yeah.
and he has a wife, he has a kid, and he's like, "No," and then the guy,
Chris
when
Hansen?
Hansen is interviewing him, he's like, "Yeah, like, why did you do this?" "Oh, I'm just sad, like, I'm lonely," and he's like, "Well, don't you have like a girlfriend or something?" He's like, "Yeah, I have a wife," and like, he's like, "Oh,
Dude,
okay,
it's
do you?"
so funny.
And he has a kid.
It's crazy when those people get caught because they always try to come up with some stupid excuse.
know.
Like, oh, I've
And-
just been really depressed.
I wasn't gonna
yeah.
do anything.
No, and
Yeah.
he even said, Quintan's like, "What were you gonna do here?" And he's like, "Oh, just talk and hang out." And he's like, "So you weren't gonna have sex with her?" And he's like, "No, like I just wanted to talk and like just you were obviously gonna try and
Yeah.
do something, bro."
Yeah.
Like,
It's so,
yeah,
Not expecting.
yeah.
especially like in that scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And
That's
it's crazy how
insane.
they do it because as soon as he walks in and Chris comes on, he's like, he's like, "Hello." He just comes.
Well,
It's so funny.
I think the way they always do the episodes is first and foremost they don't want the guy to like try to like use the girl like especially if because they don't know if these people are going to bring a firearm or a
Yeah,
knife.
yeah.
So I think they first and foremost they want to protect the girl.
Well, yeah, because
So they always have her go like, "Oh, I'm gonna go change," or
No,
"Oh,
no.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and walk away,"
they literally
which
they,
is smart.
as soon as
Yeah.
the guy came in and handed her Starbucks, they took her and she went to a whole different
Yeah.
room. They blurred her face.
Yep.
She didn't even have to say anything
Because they just want to
immediately-
keep her safe.
They just want to keep her
Which
safe.
is I
She's
respect
just a
that.
bait.
Yeah, because exactly they're using her as bait. So it's
exactly.
like,
And I just think it's crazy.
Oh, yeah, it's
That's
super crazy.
disgusting.
yeah,
I'm Chris Hansen. How to Catch a Predator.
dude, I think they need to bring that show back.
They do.
I don't know why they got rid of it.
I'm probably gonna get like, this is probably gonna be very, very controversial.
You could have got
But,
canceled
like-
or just wasn't getting enough views to keep going.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays though, like the viewership would be high.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
people.
With the
I think,
viewership in drama shows nowadays.
oh yeah.
I would
Do you
say-
see how Love Island is blowing up?
Oh my
It's-
god.
We tried watching that
It's
last
so bad.
night.
I can't
It's
watch
awful.
it. I can't watch
I
it.
hate those shows because they're all so fake.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all the girls say the same thing. I'm just not like other girls. I'm bubbly and quirky and goofy. And it's like, dude,
That's
shut
That's
up.
why I can't watch like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette.
Oh, I
Yeah, I
can't
know.
do those shows either.
God,
It's so
no.
much drama for such little problems.
And it's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
they all look the same. Like
Yeah,
they all
that's
have
it.
boobs
It's copy
and a
and paste.
butt.
At least five
They're
are
in a
gonna start
bikini.
crying.
Oh yeah. I think we can all agree though. If we got offered money to go on a vacation and hook up with people, we'd all.
Yes, in a heartbeat.
That's a
That
I'm
Not
just.
me.
I'm saying if in like a single context.
okay. So back.
just-
So
I'm saying if like you are in the looking for going on like a show like that in the first
I know
place.
you don't have to.
I always feel like I have to defend myself. I always get worried
all
that
I
like
did was look at him and
because it's like the wife look.
I know.
It's the wife look of
Alright, I
like
can
we're
see
gonna
it.
discuss this later.
You sure you want to say that?
Yeah, it's like you want to take that back. It's like oh,
You should
okay.
tread lightly.
It's like I feel like it is very much the equivalent of like taking an animal's toy away and being like, nope, you're not gonna get this back. And it's like, what did I do? What? Like it's like when your dog whimpers. It's like I just want to go outside. I just want to go outside. I just want to play. It's like
Okay.
no.
Back to what I was gonna say.
Yes.
So I'm probably
Sorry,
gonna.
sorry,
This is
sorry.
probably gonna be very controversial.
Oh.
But I think
Hot take.
that any predator of any kind should never see the light of day ever again.
no,
I don't think that's controversial.
That's crazy.
I think
not.
here's what I think though.
Especially child predators. They
Especially child
they
predators.
should not walk this earth.
Especially try.
They usually get
especially.
murdered in prison anyway.
Which is like
Yeah, that too. That's
Yeah.
nice.
raped.
No,
Or
hold on,
both.
hold on. Better idea. Especially child
Okay,
predators.
let's
They
remind-
have to live in O Block
I
with all the
I think
gangs,
it'd
and
be
the gangs
worse.
hate predators.
I think it'd be worse if they were in prison. I honestly
No.
just think.
No,
Yeah,
'cause
because
they get beat
because the
up.
guards wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Guards don't care either way.
That's true.
Have you
I
ever
think
watched a prison documentary?
Yeah.
that's true. I think
I genuinely think the life sentence is a worser punishment than the death sentence.
really.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you have
Really?
to,
Then you have to suffer your entire life in there instead
Yeah.
of just dying.
That's a good point.
and then you die in prison instead of just immediately dying.
Yeah, I think that like the problem with the death penalty, and I did a paper on this, but I think the problem with the death penalty is that because we weren't using it like effectively, and we weren't
Giving it out to the right people.
we weren't giving it out to
Yeah.
the right people, or we weren't giving it at all, or there was just so much controversy with it, it ended up just not being effective at all.
Yeah.
And then also the other biggest thing was the deterrence like rate. So life in prison deterred people more than the death penalty deterred people from doing violent crimes. And dude, I think there was like in Virginia or West Virginia, the homicide rate, even when they were employing the death penalty, it was the exact same as before they were using it. So like it literally just had no effect. So and then the other thing with the lethal injection is that the chemicals that they use for the lethal injection, I think, are only produced in one place in the United States.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Take this with a grain of salt because I could totally be
No,
wrong.
that sounds right.
But I think, and so like I think in Texas they were trying to get this guy the lethal injection, and failed like 3 times.
Do we need to bump the rating for this episode?
um,
Yeah, probably. Or just censor it.
this is one of those topics that
Or
is,
like,
I-
cut it
I-
in like a warning.
You needed like a timestamp. If you don't want to listen to us talk about this, skip
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
this point.
I think it's one of those topics that's like, it's good to talk about because it's like it's a deep, interesting topic.
but it can be
it's
very
also
controversial.
like, hey, should be like a light-hearted, friendly podcast. Like,
It is called Wellness Wednesday.
Wellness
that's
Wednesday.
oh,
Prison.
that's what I was going to talk to you guys about. Because last episode Logan wasn't here.
Yeah.
So I will rope you into this. I know, boo, that you weren't here. But it was brought into question that we should change Wellness Wednesdays to something else, and I wanted to get all of your opinion on do you guys think we should change the name of the podcast?
Maybe just because we're not exactly doing a wellness
We're not
thing,
talking about
just
wellness.
yapping.
Yeah, we're just yapping.
So I don't mind it, but at the same time, it's a little misleading.
it is.
Okay.
It's,
So do you guys think that like effective immediately, like even after this episode, we should start brainstorming
We
new
should
names?
start
Yeah, well, let's
I
start
think we start
brainstorming. It's not- it
brainstorming,
doesn't
but we
have to
don't
be
have
like-
to change it immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's not DEFCON 5.
Because people
Or
still
DEFCON
know
1.
us either way.
Are you saying DEFCON?
Yeah.
It's DEFCON. DEF.
Okay, well I'm fucking retarded.
That's right. I'm
anyways.
sorry.
Hey,
Hey, we don't say the
I
R
am
word.
though!
We don't say the R
not
word.
only did he cuss, he used a slur.
He's dyslexic, so we'll let you slide on that one.
Thank you.
So I was thinking, I'm okay with changing the name. I came up with it kind of just like in 5 minutes, and I was like, perfect. I was thinking, if we don't use this name for the podcast, which I don't think we will, I'm going to use it for my future game studio that I will have one day. Mark my words. What about Mouse House Podcast?
What the? What?
I just
No.
thought it'd be like it just
No.
rhymed.
No.
So
No.
I don't
Wow.
We're not
know.
5-year-olds.
You guys are a bunch of haters.
It's like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Clubhouse.
You guys are a bunch of, okay, well, I'm going to use Mouse House as my game studio name. I think I just think it's catchy. I think my problem is
We
I
should
just
do something like Wayne's World.
no.
Mouse House sounds like a
Oh my.
company that make children's consoles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
See, but
little
I feel
toy
like,
phones.
But I feel like it, just the fact I don't know. It's like quick and easy, and it rhymes, and it's easy to remember. I think that's why.
Yeah, but it's too
that
kiddish.
also sounds
Alright.
just misleading.
All right,
Yeah.
all
Mouse
right, all
House,
right.
we're
Okay,
talking
we
about
can-
the death
we can
penalty.
d- talk
Yeah.
about this
Okay. All
later.
right. All right. Well, do you guys? Can you guys think of any names right now?
Something with the number 4, maybe like something
Number
with
4.
like-
What?
Why the,
like
oh, because there's
fourth or
4 of
something,
us.
'cause there's 4 of us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
3 dudes and a woman.
that sounds like the wrong
Are you
kind of
doing-
video.
All right, and that's getting cut.
That's getting cut.
Anyways, well, what are the names?
I don't know. I would have to like use ChatGPT and like.
We're gonna cut that out of the video because that's you're,
That was
gro-
bad.
you're,
That's
you're
horrible.
awful for that.
Bad.
You
I
said
did
it.
say that.
I said it, but I meant it in a pure and innocent way.
Okay, but we all thought it.
I didn't, obviously.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I think I'm on a podcast with a bunch of gross, disgusting.
Maybe you're the gross one.
How am I the gross one?
If you're
Odd one out.
thinking of it.
Anyways,
Mel looks uncomfortable.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
You guys are always warm.
I'm just a warm individual.
I'm maybe tired.
Dude, I woke up this morning and I got in the shower and the hot water just made. No, I didn't.
And that's also
that's
gonna
also
get
getting
cut.
This ending's awesome.
Guys, you could make the editing easy on me. You know?
Okay, this was PG. So I'm
No,
like back.
the whole episode is not PG.
Okay,
This
well,
episode's getting demonetized, I think.
okay, but like my back was so hot. I think it was like 90 degrees because when I got in the shower, I just became an inferno. I swear to God, my temperature rose on times 2.
Which
On
would
my
be-
back.
Guys are naturally hotter than women.
Oh, I
Really?
naturally,
Temperature-wise,
I'm like a
really? I didn't know
furnace.
I did not
I'm
know
a
that.
furnace.
Yeah.
That's our timer. We'll
That's
We
what
should
I'm
go a
always
little
called.
longer.
I think we
Just 'cause
have
we're
more to
cutting
talk
out.
about.
Just because we're cutting
Just
out.
'cause we're
so
cutting. You look like you're about to like faint. Is everything okay? 4? Okay, good.
You can
Good
speak.
job.
He's about to fall over.
4-7.
Well,
47.
I think this is a good place to cut off.
Really?
Is it?
I
Is
don't
it
think
not?
so.
I don't know.
Is
I think that we could keep brainstorming.
Okay.
I thought,
ChatGPT this.
well,
I hate-
I like
Do you guys have
ChatGPT.
any suggestions for a new name?
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, comment down below.
DM us on Instagram. I feel like we need to use Instagram more because I feel like we use Instagram, but I feel like there's like other extra
Yeah.
things we can be doing
Yeah.
with it.
like
If
polls
you-
and stuff.
Yeah, community polls, see what people are interested in. If there's any topics.
Well, we should come out. We should have at least like 2 names and have people like pick which one they like
That's
the
a
most.
good point.
I like
You-
ChatGPT because you can put in ideas like what's a good silly podcast
Oh,
name?
that's
What's a
true.
serious? What's a true? Like
Well, if you guys have any suggestions for potentially a new name for the podcast, please DM us on Instagram, comment on YouTube, but please let us know. Also, if you have any topic suggestions,
Ooh,
if there's
yeah,
anything you'd like
yeah.
to hear us
Yeah.
talk about, get our opinion on, please DM us.
We're very opinionated people.
Very
Yeah.
opinionated
We should
people.
pick like 2 every podcast.
I think we need to come with topics. I think at least
Yeah.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
I can make a Google
Um,
Doc and I can
I
share
think
everybody.
she has a good idea
Okay.
for that.
I share
Make a Google
everything.
Doc and we all just add to it.
I'm done.
But the one thing I will ask, and I think my co-hosts will agree with that with me. Please don't ask us to talk about something political. We don't want to do that.
Yeah. No.
We don't want to talk about politics on this podcast.
We already try and do that outside the podcast. We try not to do that, so let's keep that.
Let's keep that
going.
away. This should be I know we just talked about the death penalty, but this should be a lighthearted, podcast.
Yeah. I think we've talked about it a couple times.
You can timestamp that.
I think we.
If you don't want to listen to us
Yeah.
talk about the death penalty.
Yeah.
I'll put a little. I'll add like a disclaimer or something. Yeah, I think though we usually are pretty good about like keeping this lighthearted and like pretty
PG-13.
yeah, PG-13. I think that's like a good thing to aim for.
Yeah.
It's like not too much, not like childish and stupid, like PG-13. I think that's a good like age marker to aim for. All right, maybe it is a good time to end it off.
All right.
All right, well, that was episode
6.
6.
Oh my god. I know, and our lovely co-host Logan is back. Finally.
I know.
Great.
Yeah,
Sorry you
thank
had
you.
to leave your relaxation.
I know, yeah. Sorry you had to leave your freaking island vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for joining us for episode 6 of the Wellness Wednesday podcast.
See you episode
We
7.
will see you in episode
Yeah.
7.
All right. Bye.